Namaste, hope you're well. As you can see, just out in the woods. And yeah, today I'm going to be doing a different style of video, more centered around just expressing my views, my thoughts and my opinions. Also, please leave a comment down below if you feel this is a style or type of content which you like to see more of. And yeah, that will truly kind of help me. So I guess in today's vlog I will be mostly talking about the highs and lows of life, right? Like I said, this is just my personal thoughts and through my experience, and I'm just sharing it. Hopefully it can help some others and give others confidence, and also it just gives me the opportunity and chance to kind of express my thoughts as well. Also, if you stay till the end, I have a funny story to share with you, so please do stay with me right till the end, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. So one thing I've noticed in my personal life is, when things are going really well, you feel confident to start new projects, you feel in a right space to do different things, and things are just working itself out. Now, one thing I notice when things are bad and not really working out how we want it to be, then we tend to attract more bad things to come our way. Now, when we're going through that negative patch, we tend to lose confidence and motivation, in all aspects of our life, whether it's work life, whether it's a spiritual life, whether it's family life as well. We tend to kind of go in a shell, or this is my personal opinion, I tend to go in a shell and just go into my little bubble and just wait until everything kind of blows over. But that's not always the best and safest of options. Moreover, one thing I realized as well, that during these negative times, that is when our inner enemies and our vices, they tend to kind of strike back. Just when you think, you kind of gone up above and beyond them, but they come back in vengeance. And like, for everyone it's different, right? For some it could be indulgence in junk food and overeating. For some it could be, I don't know, lustful thoughts and watching things which we shouldn't be. For some it could be intoxications, drinking, smoking, vaping, whatever, right? But yeah, when things are low, then things get really low, and it's like when you're down on the floor, you'll just be kicked at. And this is what your vices and inner enemies, they can kind of smell defeat, and as a result they will pounce on you at any given opportunity. And that's how I feel. But it's not always dark and gloomy, right? We can get out of these difficult situations and difficult times. The way we can kind of get out of these difficult periods and difficult times is by having lifeboats. Now, one lifeboat is having a group of friends, who you can kind of really open up to and just express your thoughts and feelings. And when you can kind of truly, express how you're feeling, all that burden which has been trapped inside can truly be released out in the open, and you feel much better. I guess that comes down to picking the right group of friends, who can truly understand who you are. And that's why people say, you don't pick friends just for the good times, but you pick friends especially for those dark days where they can kind of pull you out. Now, the second lifeboat, which is very important, is having an activity, where you can kind of have a sense of escapism. So when you kind of going through the activity, you don't really think about the future and you don't really think about the past. Now, those type of activities can be different for everyone. For some it could be playing football, for some it could be going to the gym, for some it could be running, some could be playing any other sport or any other physical activity where they kind of just get lost in the moment and they don't really have to think about the future or the past. They can kind of just focus on the now. And I feel that type of activity is so key and important, where you can kind of just escape from all your problems. Thirdly, it's also linked to a physical activity, but I feel like a spiritual activity can also do the same trick as well. For some, like I said, it could be different for everyone. For some, it could be just going to mandir and doing some form of seva where they're helping others. For some, it could be doing a charity work where they're serving the streets. They are donating. They are actually helping the poor, or any type of seva work. For some, it could even be doing just coming to mandir and chanting, doing focusing on the divine murti of Bhagwan, or even just listening to the talks of Bhagwan. Right? Everyone is different, and hence Swana Bhagwan in the Vashraman states in Gadranta 15 that my devotee should find one spiritual activity which is close to their heart, because this one spiritual activity can truly help them during these difficult and dark times, and it can kind of pull them out. Now, personally for me, when I was quite young, and I still kind of face this issue, is I have trouble kind of falling asleep because my brain is racing at 100 miles per hour, and I can't really control my thoughts and emotions. So as a result, I struggle to fall asleep at times. And when I was quite young, one thing that really helped me was my grandmother, that she used to narrate the divine leelas of Bhagwan, and she used to tell me all these beautiful pastimes, and that helped me and give me a sense of escapism, from my mind, which is going at 100 miles per hour. And that enabled me from that young age to kind of find solace and peace within the divine pastimes of Bhagwan. And now as I'm older, I feel that is one of my spiritual connection where I feel at peace. So when I'm going through these difficult times, when I tend to kind of listen to Gatha, right, which is the divine stories of Bhagwan, then that kind of gives me that inner sense of peace, and gives me a bit of energy, gives me that confidence, that I can overcome these dark times. So I feel, for everyone is different, right? And this is something which has helped me, and I guess because of my passion for listening to kathas, I also have a passion now to kind of sharing and spreading this positive message as well. So I guess it kind of makes sense. As promised, I will now tell you my funny story. The fact that you stayed this long, I would like to say a big thank you, and I really appreciate your support. So over the Easter break, my family and we went on a nice countryside break, and as we do, we did different activities, and one of the activities, we went canoeing. Now, imagine this was a cold morning which we went upon. I had number of layers similar to today. I had my t-shirt on, I had a jumper on, I had this gilet on, no, this specific one, and I had another jacket on top as well. As you can imagine, it was quite cold. So as we began to set off onto the canoe, I volunteered to go first, and then a few other family members joined me as well. I won't share their names, I don't want to embarrass them. So as we settled off, we started going forward for a little while, but then suddenly out of nowhere, our whole canoe just flipped over, and I went head in straight into the water. And as I came out, I was soaked from head to toe. And as you can see, I had so many layers on, but everything was soaked. So we now had to kind of take the canoe back in our wet, soggy clothes all the way back, and put this boat away. But then as I was heading back, I realized that, oh my God, I can't really see. Why? Because my glasses had actually dropped into the water as well. So now I went back into the waters, and I was trying to find my glasses, and a few of my family members were helping as well, but to no avail. We could not find those glasses because they were gone. Now, funny enough, I had no spare glasses. That was the only glasses I had. I had a few other pairs of glasses, but they were really, really old, right? So from back in the days. So as a result, whilst I was working, I couldn't really wear my old glasses. throughout the day, which was quite funny. I had to wear my shades, which were actually the right prescription, right, to the current date. So yeah, I had to go into work with my shades on. Even at home, I was wearing shades. I did go to Specsavers, but they said it will take, and I did order my new pair of glasses, but it said it will take 10 to 11 days for those new glasses to arrive. So I was a bit stuck. But luckily, as I googled online, I found this lifesaver of an optician who could provide same day glasses, right? So within literally 3 or 4 hours, he provided me these new bad boys, right? So that luckily helped me. And the reason why I share this funny story is because it's relatable to this current topic of life, where things can go up and down. Now, don't get me wrong, as in when that did happen, when I was in the water, I did feel really down. I was quite negative, right, as what happened. But after some time, I kind of laugh upon it, and I saw the positive aspects from it. So I guess that's something which we have to kind of just bear in mind. In life, not everything will be plain sailing, not everything will go according to our way, but even in those dark times, we have to see there is a silver lining, and there will be some positives which we can truly take out from it. So yeah, that is my kind of personal thoughts in terms of the ups and downs of life, and I'm sure, like you and everyone, I'm going to have more of these ups and downs, but I just need to remember these 3 lifeboats which I have, and just take that into consideration going forward, because we naturally tend to forget during those negative and dark times. But yeah, if you did like this video, please hit that like button, and please share this to other people as well.